seems it's our first session. I hope that you're ready for the life coaching of your life. I'm rather good at what I do, so I think you'll be feeling very fulfilled after this session. Maybe even fulfilled enough to join my life coaching long-term subscription for a short price of $42,000 a month. Like I said, I'm really good at what I do. What I do. Clearly I can speak English well too. But yes, it is a steal. Thank you for filling out the form. I have my own form here, and I've just written a few notes. So, I'm not going to be able to share these notes with you, so if I ever place my clipboard down, don't look, as you wouldn't understand it anyway. As a client, you know, it could do some emotional damage, you know, if you don't understand how to read these things. It could, you know, confuse you. Anyway, like I said, thank you for filling out the form. From what I could tell, your main goal is that you want to feel like you have control of your life and feel more happiness in your everyday life and more relaxed. Well, you've come to the right place. With my special services, you will be feeling relaxed, in control, and ready to take on anything. They say I'm a miracle worker. I just say I'm a pro. So, thank you for being here. Without further ado, shall some people different from the others, and it's my job to help get you there. Okay. Now, it seems like you're in dire need of something that I like to call a support system. You see, as we get older, we can sometimes think that we no longer need people to be in our corner because we're grown and we're independent and we no longer need our parents or caregivers to do things for us or take care of us. And so we start to push away our support system. But what most people don't understand is that having a great support system in your later years can actually be the key to having the life that you want. Now that can come in many different ways. Some people have a good relationship with their parents or their caregivers, and so they are able to maintain that support system through them. Some people have good friends that they're very close with, and they're able to be their support system and push you through life. Some people have a good foundational relationship with their colleagues, and they're able to push them and be your support system. But unfortunately, some people do not have that luxury and do not have a support system. Now, right now, from a few things you filled out on the form, it seems that you have the facilities to a great support system, but you are not utilizing the people in your life in a way that could give you that support system that you need. There are a few things you can do to get from A to B, but I believe that the number one way for you to build a support system with your existing people in your life is to simply try and reach out more. Try and show the people in your life that they mean a lot to you. And naturally, that support system will follow. And vice versa. They will also show you that you mean a lot to them. That could be a friend, a family member, even a pet, or maybe you have someone in your life that you aren't necessarily friends with or close with, but you wish to be. Maybe building that relationship up will help with your dilemma. And I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can do that. Now, one of the best ways to build a relationship is to make sure the foundations are strong. Have a look at this cork board, for example. You can see on one side here I have a picture of a bridge with weak foundations. you can see that after 10 years, this bridge needs to be repositioned and fixed, meaning that although it works temporarily, it is not a permanent solution. However, if you look at this bridge here, with great thick concrete foundations, it carries the same amount of cars across as the other bridge. It does the same as the other bridge. However, when you look over here, you can see that there have been no reports of this bridge needing any work done, even though it's been standing for so many years. There is no need for those driving on this bridge to be worried or to feel unsafe or unsure, because they know that this bridge has strong foundations. So just like these bridges, your relationships in life can be very fickle without a strong foundation. So what you need to do is work on the foundations of a relationship before you take the plunge, whether that be a friendship or romantic or familiar. Or all three. Wait, no, not all three. No, don't be romantic with your family easiest way to have more confidence is to adjust one's physical appearance. Now, this might be vain, but I have this very special tool that will help you improve your roundness. All you need to do is put it in your mouth and bite down. This is a very ancient technique used by people thousands of years ago, and it helps you to get that, what do the youth say, alpha jawline that can exude confidence. Now, it doesn't seem like you, as my client Tattletale, have any jaw. I mean, your head is your body. I don't quite know what's happening there, but with this technique, you too can be an alpha and have the confidence you need for others to have confidence in you. Now, I can give you this tool to use during the session, but if you wish to use this after our session today, there is a small take-home fee of $57,000, which may seem steep, but I think it's a small price to pay to become and have the confidence you so deeply desire. Now, if you just put it in your mouth, yeah, like that, and bite down, and you just need to squeeze your jaw really hard. You should feel the machine vibrating now as it pulses the mouth muscles and gets the jaw toned. Yes, it seems to be working. If at any point it starts hurting, let me know. just pull that out. Looking good. I don't know if you can feel it, but it seems like a jaw is already forming. Now, like I said earlier, they do call me the miracle worker, but unless you use this small device regularly, you may not see results for a while. So just keep that in mind. Twice a day, every single day, no breaks. Unless, of course, you don't mind being anything but confident. Like I said, this is the fastest way to feel self-confidence, and therefore this is the fastest way to get others to have confidence in you. Now, could you take the time to do some self-discovery and learn to love yourself the way you are, and accept that your body, your face, your life is perfect, and that you should love yourself as you are, or accept yourself as you are. Of course, you could spend the time doing that, but who has the time for that? Instead, use this machine, focus on getting that alpha jawline, mocking, mocking, and you'll see results, I promise. Soon everyone in your life will respect you more. In order to have the full range of confidence, though, it may help for you to have a different outlook on life. As I mentioned, mocking is a key part of feeling confident, but it doesn't just happen externally. It is more of a way of life. I have a very special technique called Delusion tuning. Now, the name may be off-putting, but do not fear. I am simply appeasing to the nature of someone with confidence and someone who has control over their life. Now, this technique is accompanied by a very special frequency that may or may not also induce hypnosis, but not to worry. Before you came in here, you signed a waiver that if this treatment was to turn your brain to mush, I'm not liable. So, don't worry. Well, you don't have the right to worry anyway. Shall we begin? nobody can contest with your greatness. Nobody even comes close. You are number one. Your eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Your hair looks perfect without you trying. You're so beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you that every day, for every session. I know when I compliment you, you won't believe me. And it's so sad to see that you don't see what I see. But every time you ask if you look okay, in these sessions you know that I'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, because you're amazing, just the way you are. Just the way you are. Bruno Mars never said anything like that. I don't know what you're implying. I will sue you for defamation. I will sue you for defamation. This is a highly respected technique in the life coaching world. How dare you slander me? Well, how do you feel? Do you feel more confident? Did my delusion tuning help you feel like a different person? There are many things that I'm sure we all wish we could change about ourselves. And that's okay, that's normal. That's a big part of life. But another big part of life is accepting who we are and learning to love that. is that there are people around you who are willing to support you through these changes, through these growing pains, through these speed bumps. And you have to learn to let them. You have to learn to accept their love and support instead of pushing them away. Because even though you may be grown, you may be able to take care of yourself. Having others to stick by you and push you will take you to heights you probably never even knew you could reach. Now with my delusion tuning, you should be able to feel more powerful, more in control. And if you tell anyone about said Bruno Mars lyrics, I will sue you for defamation. Do you understand me? But of course, that's besides the point. One last technique that I would like to try out on you. You see, usually most of my clients are of a humanoid figure. You are what we call in the industry a round boy. And I have a feeling that you're going to take very well to this technique. It's board certified, totally real and approved life coaching technique. Called Pet the Rat. It's a special technique. Yep. And definitely real. 100% board certified real. I'm just going to begin. Yes. Yes, this is good. Me petting you is yes, very good. Life is over. Okay, you use never able to get off your phones, huh? Terrible, terrible. An addiction, an addiction, an addiction. Well, enough of that really real and totally not just self-serving technique that I just performed. Pet the rat, 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 pet the rat. So, after this initial consultation, feel free to book in your next session with Jenny at the front desk. She'll help you get your next appointment, and I will put it in my diary if you so wish. Yes, it seems we learned a lot about your needs today, and I would be good to schedule a few more appointments to help get your life on track. Just remember the key things I taught you today. Strong foundations, mocking with an alpha jawline, accepting yourself for who you are, and most importantly, pet the rat. Pet the rat. Seems that as a life coach, I need to take my nap. So I'll be ending our session here today. But like I said,